Top of the morning, sir.
Hey, what's going on, Mitch?
I'm Genghis Khan. I'm sorry. I don't know who you're talking about.
You are Genghis Khan today, the warrior, the
Yo,
conqueror.
how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Good to see you. And hello to everybody else out there who may be watching us on the group. Thank you for being here. This is day three, day four. No, I started on Tuesday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, day three. Day three. You got it. Day three of the Seller Call role play. We're just diving into this week. Real hot and heavy, guys. Trying to break it down, practice our skills, knock off the rough edges, make things better in our business. Because really, this is truly how you get deals. If you get leads, that's a big thing. Getting leads. We talked about that quite a bit, I think, on Tuesday, and then. But if you get leads, you've got to convert these leads somehow. And if you suck at the phone, then you might not get an appointment or you might not be able to send a contract or an agreement. And this is what really, I think, holds everybody back is this fear of this conversation. And I think it's a lot of built up perceptions that may not even be based in reality. These folks many times are responding to our marketing, which is a text message blast or a ringless voicemail or something. And I'd like you to share a little bit too, Genghis, about what you're up to, because you're kind of pushing into some new territory there. And we've got some other guys in the group. Tim, I wish he was here. He's been here every day this week, but he might show up today. He might be busy, but he's pushing into some new territories too, with some water shutoff lists and stuff like this. Man, it's so exciting. I'm stoked. So yeah, getting the leads, but then what do you say? How do you say it? And I guess my gold nugget tip for the day is be the guy that asks the questions. I sat down one time. I was hired by a large company in Warren, Michigan. They were, which is right outside of, it's like south of Detroit, I think. When I looked up the road, I could see Detroit in the distance, the skyline. And so Warren, Michigan, though, and they put me in a hotel for a week, and they put me through some trainings and showed me who they are and what they do and all this stuff. And one of the meetings that I had was with the owner of the company, and this guy, he was very, very, very wealthy, and he drove a Bentley. It was, I think, a $500,000 vehicle. He lived in a mansion. He wore a suit that was like tailored, you know, and he had a big, long, huge, beautiful wooden desk, and he had these cufflinks on. And I was sitting in this meeting with him, and he kept talking, and he put his hands down on the desk, and every time he'd move his hands down on the desk, which he talked a lot with his hands. He must have been a New Yorker or something. I don't know, but he talked a lot with his hands. And every time he did, he clanked those cufflinks down on the desk. And he called me out. He said, you're looking at my cufflinks all the time. I said, yeah, man, I was just distracted a little bit. You were kind of clanking them on the desk there a lot. Yeah. And then he targeted me. Okay. I felt targeted after this point because he looks at me and he says, you know what? You'll never do what I do. I was like, what? Yeah. You'll never be what I am. And I was like, okay. Why do you say that? You've intrigued me now, you know. Why am I never going to be the guy that's sitting behind the big wood desk with the golden cufflinks and driving the Bentley and all this stuff, and the wife with the fake boobs and, you know, the whole 9 yards? And he said, because you're the guy with all the answers. I said, what do you mean? He said, the guy that runs everything is not the guy that has all the answers. The guy that runs everything is the guy that asks all the right questions. Man, it's stuck in my mind. It's like a moment I'll never forget. And He's right. He went on to say, now, in fact, look around my office. He said, look at all these brilliant, intelligent people. He said, look at this entire wall, all of that entire wall with these glass offices and all this stuff. He said that right there, that entire wall are attorneys that work for me. They're all smarter than me. They have all the answers. I'm the guy with the right questions. And I was like, dude, this is an epiphany moment for me to have a rich man like that. Just boom, hit me like that. Started to change my paradigm. And I started realizing that, yeah, it's not about being the smartest guy. It's about knowing how to talk and have the right questions, because the guy that has the answers will work for you if you've got the right questions, right? That was his point. And this is sales. This is exactly what we're doing right here. We're selling ourselves. We're selling an idea that will solve a problem for them. And how we're going to do it is not by having the answer and, hey, let me present the answer and show you the answer. It's more asking the questions that solicit the answers, right? And that's really what we try to practice here in these role plays, avoiding the, what is it? I say explainer mode. Yeah, explainer mode. Got to avoid the explainer mode. Okay, guys. So we got Genghis Khan and we got Dre. Dre, do you want to drop out and come back in with a warrior name?
Should I?
Well, you're going to be going against Genghis Khan, it looks like.
I could be Alexander the Great.
I didn't pay attention that day in history, so I don't know who fought who. Were those the guys that opposed one another back in?
I don't know. Napoleon. They were some big names back then. I don't know.
Attila the Hun.
Attila. That's a good movie too. Good movie. All right, guys. So who's going to be the homeowner and who's going to be? Oh, well, let's first, before we do that, Genghis, tell us what you're doing on this lead gen stuff, because you've kind of pushed the tempo a little bit this week. What's happening there?
Yeah, I've kind of done a reset on my marketing. I originally picked a big West Coast city, still working that, but I'm also doing a lot of things at the same time. I picked a handful of what you would term flyover state cities, smaller rural areas, and those are my new target markets, my additional target markets. And what I'm doing is a multi-phase strategy. I'm doing scrapes, Zillow and Craigslist scrapes on each of those cities, and I'm going to call them. I'm also going to send them texts. I'm going to try both and see which gives me a better response. So, for example, on the Zillow folks, there's really no point in sending them the text. They're already saying in their ad, call me. But I'm going to send half of them I'm going to call, and half of them I'm going to text, and I'm going to send a text of, hey, saw your house, saw your ad, looks great. Are you open? Are you flexible on price? If they say yes, I'll pick up the phone and call them. If they say no, I will follow up with, oh, okay, are you open to flexible terms? So that's
that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a try and see which one works. In addition to that, I'm also going to pull lists for each of those states. So I'll go on PropStream or Auto REI and pull different types of lists with a number of pain points, be that tax liens, pre-foreclosure, vacant properties, whatever. Put the list together, skip trace it, and then either do a ring list text or cold call or a combination thereof. And that's what I'm up to.
Okay, cool. Good. I like it, man. Proud of you too, by the way.
Thank you for your help, man.
Yeah,
thank you.
Well, you're most certainly welcome. You make me proud as a coach. So I'm gonna. Anyway, all right, guys, let's dive into a role play.
Well, I mean, I got.
Okay.
If I may. So yeah. If we're still on the lead gen topic, yeah. I just finished scraping and I blasted out my second campaign, or I blasted like 5 text campaigns at 10 a.m. today.
Okay.
These were all Zillow scrapes. I started with a random city, Jacksonville. I sent out 7. So I'm scraping for 3 2 bedroom bathroom. That's all I'm scraping for.
Okay.
I'm going by location, and so I got 70 scrapes off of Jacksonville, and we talked about this yesterday. 70 texts, 13 responses, all no, but that's an 18% response rate on the campaign, right? Yeah. So I sent out 8 more campaigns, the text campaigns in different locations, all 3 2-bedroom bathroom. The lowest text campaign was Minneapolis, Minnesota, which was 7 texts or 7 people that for that criteria. The largest text campaign was Ohio, the entire state of Ohio, which is over 500. I know you told me that after the fact, but the problem I'm having, Justin, is I'm not getting any responses. I sent out 6 of my campaigns of 30, 40-ish texts, 0 responses, not even no. And all of Ohio, I sent out 600 texts, 14 people texted me back. No. Yeah. So this it's not feeling effective at all whatsoever.
Yeah. You might need to in the VIP chat room, you might need to message Tusif. He's the support guy for Automated REI. There might be something going on with the account that not all the text messages are going out or something like that. Very, very unusual results.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't believe it was this easy, and so far, I mean, I still believe that to be the case.
Here's what I recommend, man. I recommend not doing all the filters that you're doing. Like, I know you're looking for 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and all that. That's the gold standard, but I don't put any of that stuff in there, and I filter it only by price range. That's the only filters I have, except for like single family home. Without like apartments and stuff. So that's what I do. It seems to work pretty well. So, you can do these lease option deals on things other than 3-bedroom, 2-bath. That's the gold standard. That's the best. You've got a sweet, sweet deal when you find that, but a lot of these aren't necessarily quite that. They're a little bit less.
I guess at this point, I'm just concerned that I don't know what's really happening with the text. Because I've sent out 800 texts. Oh, it's basically, hi, my name is Andre. I'm a real estate investor. I saw your property at X. Would you be interested in a strong 24 to 36? It's the basic blurb, right? Not word for word, but essentially, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not getting responses.
Okay. So,
Try a different text. Say, hey, I saw your ad on Zillow. Are you flexible on price?
I would be open to that. Mitch, here's the thing. I'm not even getting no's.
Yeah.
Right? Let me give you my example, and maybe this will make you feel better. I pulled a list of 5,000 records in Las Vegas. I texted 5,000 people. 3,000 never responded. By 3,500 never responded. The rest of them, probably 75% were FU, drop dead, a handful of no's, and maybe about 10, if you offer me 12,000% of what my house is worth. So there you go.
Yeah. What I think you need to do is hit up Tusif, Touseef. That's how you spell his name. So tag him in a post in the VIP, because there's been a couple strange things happening with the Automated REI because of some logarithm changes that some of these sites are making.
Yeah, but all these were Zillow. These were Zillow scrapes.
Yeah. I understand. Well, Zillow's not exempt from that, and the texting as well. Due to the coronavirus stuff, they've been blocking the text going out in some cases. The carriers have. Okay. And that's a coronavirus issue. I don't know why, but it is. It's something about policy and emergency management shit. I couldn't tell you. But tag him in a post and let him look at your account. They're very concerned about you being successful with that platform. A lot of other people are being successful with it. I'm being successful with it. So it's kind of odd that you're not being successful with it.
It's day one. But I was really excited to report some good numbers, and nothing so far.
Oh, no, I understand. There's probably something small, or maybe it's a back office issue inside there. So just tag him, and they'll work through this with you, man. And in a lot of cases, they even help with refunding money of things that weren't successful, and getting your shit straightened out, man. They really care.
That's good to hear. I appreciate that. I'll blast a message after this.
Hey Dre, what words are you using again? Can you read me the exact text?
Yeah, sure. So it's. Let me a second. I'm loading up my. I probably shouldn't open up Ohio. That's the biggest one. It's like, hi, my name is Andre. I saw your property at, and then you can put in you can hard code the address or just put the address and so I've been putting that in. So it uploads the address. And then,
see, that's the thing, man.
Don't do that.
You can't do that on Zillow for some reason. Yeah, they won't let you do it. It'll block all those fucking messages, man. So you need to contact 2C. Yeah, that's what's happening, man.
Well,
Good question,
Mitch. The rest of your words.
Sorry, go ahead.
Where I'm going with this is there's a number of words that the carriers are blocking. Words like selling, interested, purchasing, owner, offer. If you're using any of those words. What I'm hearing is the carriers are actually blocking them, so your text might not even be going through. So
exactly, yes, and that's what I'm saying. The coronavirus thing, they're really monitoring this stuff
and trying to use that word.
Okay,
just use something like, "Hey, saw you on Zillow. I'm interested," or
because I can see how that would. Because I'm doing the same thing with Facebook ads, and if you have a certain word in there, it cuts it out. Just
that's what's happening with the texts,
and this is happening with the carriers, guys, like T-Mobile, Sprint, AT&T, Verizon. They're the guys who are sent the text messages to people, right? So they're doing this because supposedly these lines are supposed to be reserved for emergency management services or some horse shit. Okay, I don't really get it. Like, we use them all the time, every day anyhow. They do too. Why is this different? I don't know. That's above my pay grade. But yeah, in the VIP, man, we discovered some of these things the hard way. So definitely get in touch with 2C because he'll straighten your shit out, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll simplify the message. It sounds like
stay away from certain words. Because that will flag your text, and if you do it enough, they'll flag your number as a spam number, and it'll be marked. And there's different levels of marking the numbers, and if your number's marked as spam, if it does go through, it'll come through with a spam message to the person, or it will not go through at all.
Well, that's why I was concerned with mass blasting texts in the first place. I was like, there's no way I can text 600 people in Ohio with houses.
Well, and here's the other thing. What I've been told is,
you can't
any one particular number, you don't want to send out more than 50 text messages per number per day, because the carriers are looking for that. They're looking for people who are doing that, and they're going to flag them. So the guidelines I've heard. So you want to have at least 5 or 10 numbers.
Yeah.
Really? So you guys parsed out?
Yeah.
I have 10 numbers.
Yeah. Oh no! What is this, man? You guys need to tell me this stuff.
You didn't ask me.
Okay, these are the ninja secrets of the VIP, which is why I threw your butt in there, man.
What's the rule of the VIP club?
All right,
Justin, what's the rule of VIP? Justin, what's the first rule of the VIP club?
You don't talk about VIP club. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It does seem a little complicated. It's not normally this way, but because of the whole pandemia thing, it's been a little freaking odd. So there are some nuances to it. Just check in. We don't talk about this stuff enough in the VIP, evidently, because we did talk about it about a week ago, and I think since then I just assumed everybody knew, and I was wrong. I'm sorry, brother.
So more numbers. You're telling me more numbers and basically a simpler text.
Here's what I do. Get yourself 10 numbers. You can get more, but don't send the same text out. I have 10 different texts that I send out. So I have 10 numbers, 10 texts, and I rotate them. So for any one number, I keep it to 50 texts per day, and I try and rotate the text
each time for each 50 for a specific number. For a specific number,
each 50 texts, I might send out 5 or 6 or 7 different messages.
Okay. Interesting. All right. This is very good.
Yeah.
This is all very helpful.
And we can continue this talk in the VIP, guys.
Okay.
Tusif and me and Michael Batista and Mitch and some of the other guys that are successfully using it will be more than happy to tell you what we've learned. In some cases the hard way.
Yeah, no, this is great. Let's chat. We can chat about that later. But I appreciate your input, guys.
Oh, no, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. But anyway, glad you brought it up, though. You know, because I'm sure if you're going through that, some other folks are too, and I know that because they've been shouting it out in the VIP occasionally over the last few weeks. Hey, what's going on? This text didn't go out, and it's like, oh, okay. What's happening? And then we figured it out, these carriers and it's stuff like this. So we got to word things a little specially and, rotate.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But it's still doable. It's just a little bit more complicated than it was
you got to finesse
2 months ago.
All right.
Hopefully,
we'll roll.
Hopefully it'll go back to normal and we'll just rock on like we were. But anyway.
I mean, either way, we're still on the curve, right? We're up on the curve.
Yeah. Exactly. We try to stay there too. So let's jump into role play, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
Who wants to be the caller? Who wants to be the homeowner? And I'll just drink lemonade.
I'll be the investor first, and then we'll switch.
Okay, that sounds good.
Got it. All right. So ring. Hey, Andre. Is this Andre?
Yeah, this is Andre. How's it going?
Hey, good. Hey, man. Hey, this is Mitch Roy. I'm following up from our text conversation earlier in the day. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Mitch. How you doing?
Good. So you still on lockdown over there in Florida?
Yep. Down here in Miami.
Are your beaches closed?
Yeah, but I got the pool, so I'm good.
All right, so let me ask you something personal. Don't take this the wrong way. I've gained about 15 pounds eating all those carbs. How about you?
You know what? I've been real lazy past couple of weeks. Not gonna lie, I've been skipping out on the gym. Lots more potatoes and potato chips. So.
You're a lightweight. I'm hitting the ice cream and the donuts, dude.
Oh well, I'll work. Give me a couple of weeks. I'll work my way out.
Cool. Hey, so let me tell you, the reason for my call is, as I mentioned, my company buys houses in your area. We're looking to buy some more, and I want to reach out to you personally to see if you're still interested in selling your house or maybe even keeping it if that's of interest. So I'd like to ask you a few questions about what you want to accomplish about the property. You can ask me a whole bunch of questions, and if at any time during the conversation you feel like this is not the right solution, just tell me right then and hang up. It won't hurt my feelings. That sound fair?
Sounds fair to me.
Cool. Tell me a bit about the property. What kind of condition is it in?
It's in pretty good condition. It was my grandmother's property, and she passed away years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. It was a while ago. And then my parents had rented it out. We're up here or they live in Indiana. And so I took a job offer, or I started looking for a job down there because I knew basically we had a property down there, and I could live in there. It's paid off. It's free and clear, right?
Great.
And I found a nice little gig, and was doing that, and met a girl, and now we are moving to Hawaii.
No way.
Yeah. We love the beach, but we thought, well, why not commit completely? So we're making the move. Trying to sell the house, get a little bit of play money, and then settle down out there, get a property, and live life.
Congratulations! Are you guys going to get married out there?
Oh, we're already married.
Okay.
I mean, what did I say? Yeah. I mean, I consider that we're married. She wears a ring. We're not big into we gotta the government. We gotta sign some documents. I don't know, man. That's my wife. That's my wife. Our husband. I love her family. She loves mine. Maybe we gotta dot some T's, cross some I's, but whatever.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. So I'll make sure I'm with you here, that we're on the same page. So you met a great woman. You're moving to Hawaii. You've got this family heirloom property in Florida. You'd like to get rid of it just to get some play money. Is that about right?
Yeah, you want to really maintain it. It's in pretty good shape, but don't want to keep it as a rental. And
You mind if I ask you why? If it's paid off, you could give it to a property management company. They charge you 5%, and you get a check every month.
I guess that's not the worst thing. I guess my concern is that I would rather just sell it and be done with it than take on the liability of having to pay taxes and the tenant messes up the place and they're calling me or something happens. I know the property manager does all that, but I would rather just not have to worry about it and just get all my money up front than a little trickle months down for months,
That sounds pretty fair. Okay, got it. So you're in great shape. There's no mortgage on it, so that makes it pretty easy. You seem like a pretty smart guy. I'm sure you've been to Zillow and Redfin. Any idea what you think the property's worth?
I mean, the Zestimate says 300. So
I'm sorry?
The Zestimate says 300, and I would say that I haven't done any. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I kind of just walked into this house, right? And so I'm not a big real estate guy, but I know that its estimate says around 300. And I'm flexible on that price. I'm not going to tell you what my price is, but it's flexible.
You're going to make me work for it.
Well, I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm going to make you work for it.
I'm just messing with you. Okay. I like that. Okay. Hey, Trey, let me ask you: if we bought the property this week or next week and we put tenants in there, what would we have to do to it to get it up to tenant shape? That's pretty decent shape.
If you put tenants in it, well, I mean, it's in good shape. Tenants, you want to buy it, right?
Yeah. What we do is, I'm an investor, so this is my business. We've been doing this for 15 years, and we buy properties all over the country. Sometimes we fix them up and sell them for a profit. A lot of times, given where the market's going, fix and flip is real slow right now. Prices are going down. People are not buying. Properties are sitting on the market. So what we would probably do in this one, probably buy it, fix it up so it's at a rental standard, and then we would rent it out and collect the checks every month. That's probably what we do on this one. Okay. So I just like to get an idea.
Buy a house for me and then rent it out as much as you want. Sure.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. So I'd like to know what kind of money would I need to put into it up front to get it to that level? Do I need carpet, paint, drapes? Do I need new countertops, bathrooms?
No, Mitch, like I said, the house is in great condition. My grandmother had renovated it shortly before she passed. And no one was really, it's all granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, nice coat of paint, backyard.
Got it.
Pool, the pool could be better maintained. It's a little.
Got it.
But it's in great.
I'll tell you what. All right, when we cross that bridge, we'll get some pictures of it and take a look. Again, if we were going to buy it, are there any taxes that are owed or any liens or anything?
No.
Got it. Okay, so you're looking for 300. Zestimate, yeah. That's probably a pretty good number for Zestimate. My concern is prices are going down. I'm sorry?
I'm flexible on that price. That 300.
Flexible is good. I like that.
Something close to it, you can count it.
All right, that sounds pretty good. We'll take a look at some numbers and all of that. How flexible? Is 200,000? Is that flexible, or is that just way out of your?
That's a little insulting, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't offer you that number.
Yeah. I'm flexible, not stupid. All right, Mitch.
I like that. So, well, there's a couple of ways to go. If you really needed to sell it, we could buy it, in a week for cash, but it sounds like that's not your situation. There's another option we can look at here. If you're open to being flexible with some terms, so we can get you a quick number. It's going to be low. I don't even want to give you a number. Don't want to insult you. We can get close to your number if you're open to giving us some terms.
I don't know what term.
Good question. I could show you basically, and I'll go into this a little bit detail if you're interested. It's basically accepting monthly payments until you're paid off in full after a period of time. So we can get you that 300, maybe even more, if that's something you're interested in.
How much are you guys going to do?
Great question. So I don't have an answer right now because there's some information I need to get from you. There's no mortgage, so that's fantastic. That's great, and we're pretty much good there. What I take a look at, I'd like to get some numbers. I'd like to come back to you later. It's 2 o'clock here now. I'd like to get some numbers, come back to you later today, and then talk about some numbers, what this would look like. But essentially, we'd be making you a monthly payment, probably for about 3, maybe 5 years, and then with a full payoff. And you'd be getting checks every month.
I was really looking to sell my house, not in 5 years, and like 5 weeks, you know.
So you want the 300 right now, basically.
Or
close to it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to get to Hawaii, man.
Yeah, I get it. All right. So let me ask you this: why not just put it on the MLS and sell it, and get a buyer to, give you, they'll come in, they'll have it inspected, they'll beat you up on price. You might get 275, 250. Why not just do that? Be done with it.
Well, you raise a good question, Mitch.
What's that?
You raise a good question.
I'm here to help you. I'll be honest with you. In about half the situations, I don't buy the house. I'm happy to help people. Been doing this for 15 years. I can give you some advice. So you seem like a good guy. Maybe I'll buy your house. Maybe not. I'm not sure. It's got to work for both of us. But if I'm not your buyer, happy to give you some ideas on how to get this. You got a couple options. One, I'm sure you're going to get lots of calls from these so-called investors. These young kids in their 20s. They're going to offer you 60 cents on the dollar. That's fine. You could do that. Or you could put it on the MLS, or you could go Zillow, do a FSBO, for sale by owner. And, you're kind of half dozen of another. Right now, as you know, the banks are increasing their standards, so it may sit there for a while.
Yeah.
So, one extreme is we could write you an offer. It would insult you, and we don't want to do that because then I'm not going to get cards from Hawaii anymore. Or you could try and sell it, might sit there for a few months, and then you don't have any money. Or we could do something which might be a win-win for both of us, where we could put some cash in your pocket today and then give you the rest of it over a period of, let's say, 3, maybe 5 years in payments with a balloon payment at the end. Let's not get into the details, but at 100,000 foot, does that even sound like something worth talking about? Because I don't want to waste your time or mine.
Yeah, it's worth talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you. This kind of sounds fishy, but given my situation, I am interested in hearing what you can offer. But by no means am I ready to sell my house to you.
And you said something, and I appreciate that. You said fishy. What part sounds fishy to you?
Well, I came to sell my house. I'm trying to sell my house for a sum, and you want to not live there, but you want to pay me a little bit, and you're going to put other people in. I'm sure you're making money off of me somehow, and it just feels like I'm bearing all of the risk, and you're reaping all of the reward. I guess I do get to sell my house, but how do I really? I guess I gotta sell it. Yeah, just send me what you got, Mitch. Just send me what you got.
These are great questions. I want you to ask these questions because we're not moving forward until you're 1,000% comfortable with this. And if you need, we will take you by the hand on every step of how we do that. Happy to show you who we've worked with. We've been doing this for 15 years. We buy houses all over the country. And so I want you to, in between now and when we talk again, I want you to come up with some tough questions because we want to earn your business and go from there. So what I'd like to do, it's 2 o'clock here now. Are you the only one on the deed, or is there anyone else who owns it?
Yeah, just me. My wife, she's not on it, but it's just me.
Just you. All right. So can I call you at 7:30 tonight, your time? How does that work?
That works, yeah.
Great. What I'll have for you then, I'll have some numbers and a framework on how we can do this. Talk a little bit more. We might have to have another 2 or 3 conversations. I want you to get comfortable with this, and then we will go from there. And if we can come to a solution that feels good to you and a win to you and your future wife, is this something we can move forward with this weekend and close this up and get you on your way to Hawaii with some money in your pocket?
Yeah, man. If the numbers are right, like I said, so you send me what you got, and I'm happy to talk, right? So.
All right, good. All right. I'm only going to do this on one condition, though. That when you move to Hawaii, you got to send me a pineapple. Is that fair?
I got to send you a pineapple?
I haven't been to Hawaii in 30. I need a pineapple from Hawaii.
If you get my house sold, if I get $300,000 in my pocket, I'll happily send you a pine. I'll send you the biggest pineapple I can find.
That's what I'm afraid of. I like you. We got a deal, my man. Good talking to you. I'll call you at 8 tonight, my friend. Take care.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, that's good. You did good.
Dre, you were easy on me today.
That was good, man. I felt like at certain points you won me over. Like I didn't even. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, but will you marry me?
Yeah, no, I don't know about that, but
that was.
There was one point when you were like, "Well, we're not going to move forward until you're comfortable." I thought that part was very good. And then when you asked, "Well, why wouldn't you just list it on the MLS?" and like you put it back on me, I thought that was very good.
Yeah,
I got that from you. Looking for the no. I got that from you, my man.
These role plays have been good, guys. You both have brought some great things. Yeah, super good. I
like role playing with Dre. He's good. He's smart, man. He's honest.
He is. He's great. He's a great asset.
What would Justin? What would you have done differently? Give me some feedback.
In retrospect, I don't think really it matters. You were pretty successful with the call, so what I would have done differently, it's irrelevant. I thought initially that you suggesting that you were going to have several more phone calls with him was a mistake, but then you totally turned it around on him, did a redirection, and said, now by the end of this weekend, okay, you put a timeline on it.
I did that on purpose.
Yes, it's wonderfully disarming, and then you slide right in there with a commitment that we're going to either do this or we're not going to do this by the end of this week. I'm not going to be chasing your ass all over for the next month or two, right? Okay, so wonderful technique, man. We just need to get you some leads, Genghis Khan. That's it.
And where I was going with that, and we can do another one later, I was going to, since he's got no mortgage, I was going to do a seller finance deal, the Bank of Dre. I was going to give him a down payment. I was going to take payments at 0% interest for 5 years with a balloon at the end. Probably about $900, $1,100 with a $10,000 or $15,000 down, and then the rest of the $250 after we pay off the equity.
I think we just need to get you some leads, brother. I think you're ready. I think you graduate phone school, sir.
Oh, come on. I got a lot to do. I got a lot.
Were you doing real estate before this?
What's that?
Were you doing real estate before this?
Yeah, I have been investing for 15 years, but I've never done this kind of stuff. So I've done development, fix and flips, rentals, but lead generation and marketing, that's a new thing for me.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Your turn, man.
My turn? All right.
How hard do you want me to be?
As hard as I was.
Yesterday or today?
You were pretty freaking brutal, I felt like, man.
Yesterday?
2 days ago, yeah.
I felt bad. I did one and I was like, I hope he doesn't think I'm actually like that, because that's not actually me. That was me.
I went home and went under the covers after that call.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, all right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Mitch?
Yeah, who's calling?
Hi, Mitch. My name's Andre. I'm calling about your home for sale at 123 Main Street.
How'd you get my name and number, man?
Oh, Mitch, I found your post on Zillow.
I took that down 2 months ago, man.
Oh, okay, sure. Well, is the house still available, or are you looking to sell it?
Maybe, but you know what? I get these calls all these days from these young kids trying to buy it at 50 cents on the dollar. So if that's where you're going with this, man, let's just end this call right now.
Absolutely not. But Mitch, I can tell that your time is very valuable, and
yes, it is.
I'm looking to buy your property, but if you're not looking to sell your property, I will not waste another second of your time.
All right, so let me ask you: are you actually going to buy it with your own cash and take title?
No.
So you're not buying my property?
Well, like I said, I don't know if I had the chance to say, Mitch, I'm a real estate investor. So I buy and sell properties all over the state and all over the country, actually. And if that makes you uncomfortable, I understand. But if you have a couple of minutes, I would love to get some information about your house and see if it's a good fit for me. And maybe I could potentially buy it in the next week.
You got 2 minutes. Let's see what you can do.
All right. Well, I won't waste any more of your time. Mitch, could you just tell me why you're looking to sell the property?
Yeah, my wife and I, we're going to be moving out of country.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Where to?
We're going to North Korea.
No, boy. All right. Mitch, are you a comedian?
No, this is serious. My wife's, she works for SEAL Team 6. She's going to be stationed in Pyongyang.
Okay. So
I used to be an exotic dancer, but I'm kind of old now, so I don't do that much anymore. And there's not really a market for that in North Korea. So I'm going to be the stay-at-home house husband, I guess.
Well, Mitch, I can tell your time is very valuable. So I want to thank you for your time, and I want to wish you the best of luck in your trip to North Korea. Okay? You have a great day.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's talk about this. Where was he on the scale of 1 to 10 motivation?
It seemed like a 0 or a 1. I've ran into this a couple of times in my short experience of when you call someone and they're already annoyed on the hello.
Yeah.
And so it's like, even if they were motivated, I don't even want to work with them, right? I don't want to work with someone. I don't want to help someone, because that's what I'm doing at the end of the day. I'm solving your problem, right? I'm getting paid, right? But I'm solving a problem for you. And so there was one lady, and it felt like a lead. Like she was almost giving, it was like she was going to take 60 cents on the dollar. It was way out in the boonies, but she was so crabby with me and so mad. And it's like,
let's try this again. Ask me the question. Say, hey, sir, it sounds like you don't got a lot of time. I don't want to waste your time, but so let me ask you the question. Are you really interested in selling, or are you kicking tires? And if you're not selling, I'm going to hang up right now and let you go. Ask me that question.
Hey, Mitch, it sounds like you're really busy, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. But like I said, I am a real estate investor, and I am capable of purchasing your property in the next week. However, if that's not something that you're interested in, and if you're not actually looking to sell, then I can hang up and I can stop bothering you right now. Would you like me to do that?
No, look, I'm willing to sell. I'm just frustrated because I get calls and texts and these ringless voicemails and these yellow letters, and these clowns don't want to buy my house. So look, I need to sell my house. I need to get out of here in 3 months. I don't know what I'm going to do. So if you're the real deal, bring it on.
I completely understand, Mitch. It can be very frustrating when people are pestering you and not really offering a solution. So, I mean, at the end of the day, what would be the best case scenario? What could I tell you to make you happy? And when you hang up, saying, "Man, I'm glad I talked to Andre today." What could I say?
The contract's on its way, and it's a contract that we both like.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, I still think that is a possibility where we are right now.
All right, man, let's talk. You sound like a good guy. You sound like you're a little bit different than the others.
Oh, well, hey, Mitch, I really appreciate that, man. So like I said, I checked out the place online. It looks really nice. I hope you don't mind that I took the liberty of checking it out already. How long were you living there, Mitch?
We were living there 10 years.
10 years. Wow. I'm sure you saw the neighborhood change. That's a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
10 years. You gonna miss home at all?
No.
No, you're okay. You're ready for North Korea.
Yeah, we're ready for North Korea. Yeah.
That is crazy, man. I did not know they
it's a great area. A lot of people are moving there from California and places. Yeah, it's a big area now.
Okay. All right. Well, I might have to start investing over there.
I'll help you out when I get there.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, Mitch, your current property, does it need any repairs?
Yeah, we bought it 10 years ago. It's got the original and the top, so it probably needs some work. Okay. The roof is in good shape. It's about 10 years old.
Good roof.
The backyard's just grass, but your basic starter home, 3.2, 1,500 square feet, ranch.
Yeah. You keep it in pretty good condition?
Yeah, we keep it in good condition, but you probably want new floors in there, and if you're going to upgrade it, I don't know what you're going to do with it. I know you guys probably flip them. I watch all your TV shows, and you guys come and drive around in your Lamborghinis and all that. But it is what it is.
Hey, I don't have a Lamborghini, Mitch. I wish, man.
Hopefully you won't after this deal.
Well, hey, maybe I'll be a little bit closer. Speaking of the dollar, how much were you looking to sell your property for, and how much do you think the property is worth?
That's a good question. I went on to Zillow, and a friend of mine is a realtor. He went on to Zillow. He said the property is worth about 300.
Okay.
As is. He said if you fix it up, you could probably get about 350 for it if you put some money into it and fixed it up. So he said, if you were going to sell it as is, whether you sell it to an investor or mom and pop retail buyer, he said that, retail buyer is going to beat you up on the inspection. They're going to want this and that, and they're going to beat you up to about 300 anyway. So just cut to the chase. I'm like, all right, that sounds fair.
Sure. Okay. All right. And so, wait, what did you say? How much you were looking to sell it for? You said it was worth 300, 350.
If you fixed it up, it would be worth 350. I'm not willing to do that, so I've already discounted the price off of the fixed up value. So if the fixed up value is 350, gotcha. I'm giving it to you. It needs some work at 300, so I'm already discounting it.
And I think with that being said, I think that is actually a generous discount.
Did I say 300? I meant 325.
Wait,
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, still looking to purchase your property.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. What are you gonna do if you aren't able to sell in this 3 months before you move to North Korea?
That's a good question. We haven't really thought about that. I don't know. I guess we'd leave it vacant, or I don't know. Maybe we'd rent it. I really hadn't thought about that. We're just so focused on moving to North Korea.
Okay. Yeah. So what, you would just leave it there and keep on paying the mortgage payments or something?
Well, yeah, the mortgage is, it's not cheap. So yeah, we probably have to rent it out or something, which I really don't want to do because we're out of the country and I've not heard good things about property managers. So, we just want to get rid of this thing.
Yeah. I completely understand. Renting 300,000. How much is your mortgage payment, if you don't mind me asking?
So the mortgage payment alone is $900.
Okay, so you pay that every month, and so you would be paying that in North Korea if you weren't able to sell it.
Yeah, we would have to send in checks, and sending money from North Korea is not an easy thing. So this is not an option we want to do. We want to get this thing sold. So we got to get it done.
Well, like I said, Mitch, I'm a real estate investor, and let me just make sure I understand your situation. You're looking to sell this nice property because your wife has a very unique opportunity in North Korea, and you being the devoted supporting partner, or just following or supporting her, which is awesome. And you're looking to sell your property for around $300,000. Mitch, if I was able to make all of that happen today and help you solve those problems and help you get to North Korea and not have to worry about anything besides being in North Korea, would you be able to do some business with me today?
Absolutely. Let's get this done, man.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear, Mitch. So I told you I'm a real estate investor, and I don't know if I would be able to pay full price in cash today and still make a profit. But I'll tell you what I will be able to do. Would you be open to me leasing your property for a period of time and then collecting monthly payments until I was able to pay you off in full?
Well, it's the same thing as me leasing it out. And that's, now I got to worry about who's going to, if you're not in the house, or you don't make the payment, now Bank of America is coming after me. So it doesn't solve my problem of I don't want to have to worry about this. So, I just want to be done with it.
Right. Yeah. So, well, if we would pay all of the monthly payments regardless. All right. Justin, I need.
Okay. Short, pithy answers, tied down with a question, right?
Okay. Right. So Mitch. Yeah, I can understand your concern. Could you tell me why that's a concern for you?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm out of country.
Great.
Yeah.
Great job.
Great question. So I'm out of country. So dealing with this is going to be nearly impossible. And then I've got to worry about I'm leasing it to a guy who I don't even know. I don't even know if you're going to be living in the property, what you're going to be doing with it. If you lease it to someone else, I don't even know who that is or who they are or how you vet them. So now I'm 2 steps away from controlling this. That gets me very nervous.
Okay. Yeah, I can. And that would make me nervous too as a homeowner. But
plus I need some money. I need some money to move.
Right. Yeah. On the other side, how much experience do you have with vetting tenants and collecting rent payment and things like that?
We've had rentals before, so we're pretty good at vetting people. So, but again, it's not something. If we were going to stay here, we wouldn't even be talking right now. I'd be renting this thing out. So, but we're leaving the country. We want to get this thing done, disposed of.
Well, Mitch, I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, it's if you weren't unable to sell your house in the next 3 months, you could always lease it out on your own. You could find the tenants on your own. You could vet them. You could run their background and their credit checks, and you could make sure that they're the kind of person that you would want living in your house. And then you would have to maintain that every month that they paid on their bills on time. In addition to having the contracts and the legalese to keep that all in place. Mitch, what I'm offering you is a solution, a very simple solution where I take all of that stress, problem, and frustration off of your plate.
Okay, now phrase it in the form of a question. Now, Mitch, if I were able to do this and put it down on paper, would that make you feel more comfortable? You see where I'm going with this? You start closing him now. You're almost slipping into explainer.
Yeah, you're right.
Get into asker. Get into asking mode.
Okay. All right.
Like Jeopardy, phrase your answer in the form of a question. Or it's a no-go.
This is so helpful. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So Mitch, if I was able to, get you those vetted tenants, which is actually what we specialize in. We have tenants all around the country that pay us to access these beautiful homes because they don't really have the money to put down. I'm explaining again, but if I was able to make that happen, Mitch, would we be able to do some business today?
Boom! It's that easy, man. Cut out 75 of those words, and you got what you want.
Yo, I'm realizing. Okay, let's finish it up. But yeah.
All right. So let me make sure I understand what you're saying. You're going to find a tenant. You're going to vet them, and you're going to put them into the property as tenants. Correct.
Correct.
So let me ask you this: why don't we just cut out the middleman and just bring me the tenants? I'll vet them, and I'll pay you a referral fee. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
That's something we might consider.
If I were to put an agreement together that we were partners like that and send it over to you today, is that something we could get started with right away? See, you could start locking it in.
So once you get into the close, you just continue to close. Essentially,
always be closing.
Yeah, old school. That's old school sales. All right.
OG.
Yeah. So Mitch, if I were able to, find you that tenant, and maybe not, we wouldn't have to continue doing business after that. Would if I was able to get that agreement down on paper and able to send it to you and you take a look at it, would you be able to be prepared to sign something like that today so we could do some business today?
That's definitely a possibility, but it still doesn't solve the issue of I still own the house. So is there any other solutions you have in your bag of tricks that could take the ownership away from me and either pay me out in full or something else?
Yes, Mitch, we do have a cash offer solution, but typically that is for distressed properties in our business at least, and your house is It's quite pretty. You have a beautiful property, Mitch, and so I don't really want to insult you with such a low cash offer.
Yeah, that's a traditional answer, and it works. However, I like an answer more like this. If I especially know that a cash offer is not going to work for him, I'll say, Mitch, I think I presented to you my best offer. It sounds like you may still not be interested in it. And, you're a polite guy. You're an old school guy like me. I really like you, and you're a good boy. So if you just want to tell me no, I'd rather you go ahead and do that now before I put this agreement together. But I thought we had a deal.
Mm-hmm. And then you go back to the close. Yeah.
Always be closing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. That's a good.
Okay.
I've heard that before, but that's before I even really was trying to do sales, and I'm not even really trying to do sales. I'm just trying to make some money. But all right, that's good. That's helpful, right? All right.
Yes, you never close by telling. You close by asking questions.
Oh, that's good too.
Okay, so remember, I started out today by saying it's the guy with all the questions that's the winner. It's not the guy with the fucking answers.
Yeah.
Okay. So short, pithy answers tied down by questions, guys. All right. You guys are coming to the end. So wrap it up. You got 2 minutes.
Where I was trying to drive him is a kind of a combo hybrid solution. Because what he's telling me is basically he'll do a rent to own, and that's fine. So that's cool.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know. My bag of tricks isn't as deep as yours is, Mitch. I know wholesaling and lease options,
and that's okay.
And just that much of it. So
my bag's not that deep either. So
all right. But yeah, you want to? Where were we? Were we done?
Yeah, you were closing me. Hey, if I can get you a contract
Mitch, if I was able to find you a tenant, someone that was that you liked and you gave the green light to and was going to pay you in monthly installments until they were able to purchase your property in full, would that be something that you're interested in? Could we put that down on paper and get that signed today?
Well, the first two, yes. Definitely interested. I want to see what you got. It doesn't 100% solve my solution. I've got some other investors that have called me. I want to see what they have to present and kind of evaluate them. You seem like a good guy. I like you. We've kind of got a little relationship going here. So I'd like to see what you have and compare it to what else I get in. Obviously, I'm thinking about my best interest.
Yes, Mitch. I would want you to not look at anything but your best interest. But Can you tell me this, Mitch? If I send you that agreement and you take a look at it and you hear all the other investors and you like mine, or even if you don't like mine, can you tell me either way? Tonight, if you're ready to do some business with me today, so you can talk to the investors, but let me know today if this is something you want to do because frankly, I buy a lot of properties and I like to buy them quick. So
I like you. You got a lot of tenacity, young man.
Well, hey, I appreciate you, Mitch. Thank you. So I'll send you that agreement right now. You call all your other investors. If you get a better deal, hey, congrats. I'm happy for you. Just shoot me a message saying, it's not going to work out, and we can part as friends. Sound good?
That sounds like a win-win solution.
Fantastic, Mitch. So
thanks for calling, man.
Thank you. I'll hear from you this evening. Okay.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Okay.
All right, guys. Way to be the fish that always tries to flop out of the frying pan there, Mitch. All the way up to the bloody end. I think I would have said, Mitch, what are you talking about, man? I thought we had a deal. Or are you planning on just shopping my offer or what? I mean, I'm working for a living here, and I suppose you are too. I mean, can we just deal with each other straightforward? Either you want it or you don't, right?
Yeah. You got that. You have the confidence to say that, man.
Okay. Yeah, and I would respond with, I've got to look at all the offers. So yeah, I'm going to shop your offer. I mean, why wouldn't I? You would do the same thing. I want to look at all the different offers and see which one works for me. Do you want to be the only guy?
Okay. Now you have to make a decision. Is he worth fiddling around with at this point or not? You may try a technique like what Dre did, which was good. And just say, hey, you're going to do what you're going to do, I guess, sir. But I thought we had a deal. I'll send you the agreement, and the offer will expire by midnight tonight. That's the best I can do. I hope to do business with you again. Can I set a time to talk with you this evening? Maybe answer any more questions you have, and go forward. Something like that. You were on the right track, man. So tough cookie. He was a tough cookie.
That was nice. I was tough but nice.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. That first guy, you kind of changed after we took a break at the very beginning, because that first guy was not the same guy that I talked to.
Well, you know what? Because I've talked to people within the first 5 minutes, they are really cold to me. And then, so when they're really cold, I focus more on bonding and rapport. And then if they loosen up, I can continue. If they're just going to be with this wall, then I end the call. So, and I've had calls like that where they're just really shitty to me. And then after a while, they're like, okay. And it was that thing that I said to you. I had someone, I said, we're not going forward unless you're 1,000% comfortable with this. And if I have to take you step by step, we'll do this. And when I said that to some people, they're like, okay, this guy's all right. And the other thing I said that helped is, hey, I might not be the right buyer. I might not be the right solution. But you know what? I've been doing this for a number of years. And you seem like a good guy. I'm happy to give you some of the experience that I've had over the 15 years. And, that's my karma out in the world. And that also tells people that I'm not trying to close you, because I think most people, if they get the sense you're trying to close them, the walls come up. So I said this yesterday, last night, I don't come in with the mindset of I'm an investor. I want to make money. I want to close a deal. I come in with the mindset, me personally, I'm speaking now of, you have a potential problem. My job is to find out what it is and to look at some different solutions to see which, if any, work. And if they don't, it is what it is.
Yep. Good role plays today, guys. I've enjoyed it.
Justin, I appreciate it. Mitch, thanks for
Thank you, Drake.
Are you doing this tomorrow, Justin?
Yep. Tomorrow will be the last day this week that we do this, and hope you guys got a lot out of it. Hope you
got a lot.
Big time, man. Big
people
time.
out there watching.
Work on those texts, Dre. Change the wording and try some different stuff.
I'll hit you up later, Mitch.
I'll work with you on that, man.
Thank you.
Got to get the skills that pay the bills.
Hey, this is it right here, man. We're in the gym. We're in the gym right here. We're lifting weights.
That's it, man. I appreciate you guys. It takes balls.
All right. Hell yeah, man.
You guys take care, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.